The second one is learn to say fucking no. Learn to say no. And you guys, I don't know if you're avid internet consumers the way I am. You've probably been reading a lot of articles about saying no. It's huge for me right now to say no. One of the biggest shifts we've ever had in our business was last December when we decided to start saying no to people that we didn't feel like were on the same page as us. We took 4 retainers that were kind of consuming our agency. They were our 4 primary accounts, and we chopped that in half and went down to 2. We decided to walk away from 2 major relationships that were supporting our business. And I remember this potential new client asking me in December how many retainers we had, because he wanted to know, if we were going to be too busy for him. And I said, well, it's an odd time for you to ask me that question, because just in the last week, we've walked away from 2 accounts and we're down to 2 retainer accounts. And they're substantial, but we're just in a different place right now. But if you ask me that question again in a month, the answer might be really different. And in January, we signed 7 retainer accounts. So taking the risk of walking away from those 2 people who we were battling with every week. We were trying to educate them week after week after week about what we did and why it mattered and why we were making the decisions we made and what we were actually doing. The amazing thing is that they hired us without really even understanding. And a certain period of time later, they still didn't get it. So taking that risk and saying, we just can't do this anymore, we can't work with someone who doesn't understand what we're trying to do, allowed us to welcome 7 major accounts, people that get it, people that are paying the right amount of money, people that trust us to execute our vision. So say no to the stuff that you don't want to do anymore. And that might take a lot of different forms. I know all of y'all aren't business owners, so that might be saying no to commitments that you are burdening you or weighing you down, or saying no to the notorious people that ask to pick your brain all the time, or saying no to doing a project that's not really something that you're passionate about. Just try saying no more. It's really scary because you have to take that leap and wonder where the next source of income is coming from, or how the person might judge you. If you say no to something, there might be a guilt issue associated with that, but just try and say no and see what energy it opens up for you and where the possibilities go when you're committed to the values and the goals that you want.